Whether you're an AEW fan, a WWE lifer, or a fan of it all, we've all got one thing in common. The love of the game, the love of professional wrestling. But honestly, it's not as simple as that. See, you could walk up to me and you can say, "Hey Zoe, do you like wrestling?" And I'd be like, "Heck yeah, man, I love me some wrestling. Get me some of that, put it on TV, I'll happily sit there and watch it with you." But what you turn on could be completely different to what I expected you to turn on. And what I enjoy in wrestling might be completely different to what you enjoy in wrestling. And that's where I wanted to get to this topic today. I wanted to talk about the different styles of wrestling. And that's what this video is going to be about today. I wanted to go into a deep dive about each wrestling style. And now, listen, I'm going to go into the ones that I know about and I can get into. If there's any that you know and I also don't mention, throw them in the comments. I like to read them and I try to respond to all of them, so just thank you for doing that. It keeps me active when I'm in my head, so it's nice. So sit back as I take you through all the different styles of professional wrestling. I'm Zoe, and you know I hate wrestling, so let's go get into it. Pro wrestling is a global phenomenon, but not all wrestling is the same. From the high-flying circus of lucha libre to the bone-crunching violence of hardcore wrestling, there are styles that define how wrestlers fight, perform, and tell stories. Today we're breaking down the top 5 most common styles of pro wrestling, where they came from, who made them famous, and fun facts you might not know. Let's get into it. And hey, if you love or hate wrestling as much as I do, smash that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns just like this. Thank you so much. At number 5, we've got sports entertainment, the style that turned wrestling into a global spectacle. This is the world of WWE and big stage storytelling. Matches here are shorter, but the drama is bigger. Think elaborate promos, over-the-top characters, and moments engineered to go viral. This style prioritizes entertainment over pure athleticism. When done right, it creates icons. The Rock, John Cena, Roman Reigns. These are names even non-wrestling fans know. Picture this. It's 1925. You're at a dusty carnival and some sweaty guy in tights is fighting a local farmer. Spoiler alert, the farmer's in on it. This was wrestling's carny roots, where the real skill wasn't body slams, but conning crowds out of their nickels. Gorgeous George, the original influencer. Dude wore sequined robes before the slinky even existed. Oh, so 100% of you guys bet on him? I guess I'll bet on the other guy. Alright, now make sure the guy I put the money on wins this match so I can take all their money. Sounds good? Yes, I can't believe it. Luck must have been on my side today. And then came television, and suddenly, wrestling wasn't for drunks at county fairs. Promoters realized, why wrestle for 60 minutes when you can do 6 and sell ad space? Vince McMahon Sr., yes, that Vince McMahon's dad, syndicated matches like soap operas. And just like soaps, they needed villains you loved to hate, and heroes who kids looked up to. Wrestling became appointment TV, right between the news and I Love Lucy. See that? That's not just a move. That's ratings gold, baby. And then boom. Enter Hulk Hogan, MTV, and Vince McMahon Jr., the man who looked at wrestling and said, "Let's make it stupider, louder, and way more profitable." Hulk Hogan wasn't a wrestler. He was a cartoon character who sold vitamins and prayed to Jesus, and America ate it up. Suddenly, wrestling wasn't just sports. It was rockin' wrestling, with celebrities, merch, and actual mainstream respect. Sort of. Will you look at this, folks? The irresistible force meets the immovable object. And also, can you buy these action figures? But by the 90s, WWE was getting its butt kicked by WCW, so Vince McMahon did what any sane millionaire would do. He turned wrestling into a frat party. Beer chugs, middle fingers, The Rock calling anyone and everyone a jabroni. This was the Attitude Era, where the stories were rated R, the merch said suck it, and somehow, wrestling became the coolest thing on earth. And yeah, people got hurt, but hey, those ratings. A few examples of sports entertainment moves are Hulk Hogan's leg drop. Undertaker's tombstone pile driver, Shawn Michaels' sweet chin music, Mankind's mandible claw, John Cena's five-knuckle shuffle, the people's elbow, the RKO, and other staples of sports entertainment wrestling are breaking through the announce table, a run-in finish where someone interrupts the match, foreign object cheats, low blows, a distracted ref, and even cash-ins with a briefcase are more geared to sports entertainment wrestling. Sports entertainment essentials are: you taunt first and you strike later, charisma over efficiency, camera-aware selling, facial expressions for replays, and then merch-engaged moves, like John Cena's "You Can't See Me" equals shirt sales. Today, WWE is a global corporation. Less wrestling, more content. Matches are shorter, promos are scripted, and everyone's trying to go viral. But here's the secret. It still works. Why? Because at its core, sports entertainment isn't about wrestling. It's about making you feel something. Even if that feeling is, wow, this is dumb, but I need to see what happens next. And the numbers are in. What makes sports entertainment style the way it is? It's 85% entertainment, 50% athleticism, and 90% storytelling. That is the core of sports entertainment style. At number 4, we're heading to Mexico for Lucha Libre, where speed, masks, and gravity-defying flips rule the ring. Promotions like AAA and CMLL built the style on fast-paced tags, high-risk dives, and a lucha code of honor, where unmasking is the ultimate shame. Lucha Libre is acrobatic, chaotic, and unlike anything else in the world. And thanks to stars like Rey Mysterio, Bandito, and the Lucha Bros, it's now a major influence worldwide. In Mexico, luchadors' masks are sacred. Losing your mask in a match is a huge deal. Once upon a time, Mexico needed heroes, and not the boring, I'll save you with your car insurance kind. No, they needed masked warriors who fought crime, monsters, and occasionally each other. Enter El Santo, the silver masked man who wasn't just a wrestler, he was a cultural icon. Dude fought vampires, werewolves, and still made it to his 8 p.m. match in Guadalajara. And thus the art of looking cool while almost dying was born. In Lucha Libre, your mask isn't just gear, it's your soul. Lose it, and you're basically a naked turtle. The mask versus mask match is the ultimate sacrifice, where pride is on the line, and also your merch sales. Some luchadors have never shown their face. Some say even their moms don't know what they look like. Just picking up some cheese, senor. No, I will not remove my mask. And then came the 90s, and WCW said, hey, what if we put these flying guys on TV? Suddenly, Rey Mysterio was doing things physics said were impossible. And American fans lost their minds. Lucha Libre wasn't just a style, it was a revolution, and a lawsuit waiting to happen. Your Honor, my client did not agree to be a crash pad. Today, Lucha Libre is faster, higher, and even more crazy. AAA packs stadiums, and every luchador under 25 seems to have a death wish. The moves? More insane. The masks? More bling. The medical bills? Oh, we don't have to talk about that. Yep, that's gonna need holy water and a chiropractor. Yikes. A few examples of Lucha Libre wrestling moves are the 619, the moonsault, the Hurricane Rana, an arm drag, head scissors takedown, the Frankensteiner, 360 splash, and a tope suicida. The key traits of Lucha Libre are speed over power. Luchadors prioritize agility over strength. But Lucha Libre isn't just about flips. It's about tradition, honor, and being a hero. These guys aren't just athletes. They're real-life superheroes. And yeah, sometimes these superheroes land on their heads, but that's the price of flight. And that, amigos, is magic. The numbers are back, so what makes Lucha Libre so special? It's 95% high flying, 80% tradition, and 90% spectacle. Now that's what I'm talking about. At number 3, we're taking a trip to Japan for Strong Style, where every strike hurts. Promotions like New Japan Pro Wrestling and Noah treat wrestling like a real fight, blending stiff kicks, suplexes, and MMA-inspired grappling. This isn't about flashy moves, it's about fighting spirit. Wrestlers like Shinsuke Nakamura, Okada, and Kenta don't just win matches, they survive them. Strong Style was pioneered by Antonio Inoki, who famously fought Muhammad Ali in a mixed rules match in 1976, the first ever MMA versus pro wrestling showdown. Once upon a time, a madman named Antonio Inoki looked at wrestling and said, "This is too fake, let's make it hurt." Thus, Strong Style was born. A mix of wrestling, martial arts, and questionable life choices. Inoki's 1976 fight with Muhammad Ali was so boring it nearly killed the Tokyo Dome crowd. But it did birth the idea that wrestling could be real fights with fake endings. You think that clothesline hurt? Yeah, right. Take this boot. The 90s gave us the Three Musketeers, Hashimoto, Chono, and Pre-Swag Muda, who turned Strong Style into art. These guys didn't wrestle, they fought. Hashimoto's chops sounded like gunshots. Chono dressed like a Zakuza boss, and Muda? Well, he just enjoyed hurting people. Ah yes, the good vibes only knee strike. Today, Strong Style isn't just about pain, it's about spectacle. Ishii and Shibata beat the soul out of each other. Suzuki slaps rookies into retirement. And Kenta? Oh, he just really hates torsos. New Japan Pro Wrestling turned brutality into mainstream success, proving that fans love watching humans play chicken with their own spines. And now that's how you build character. Now Strong Style is everywhere. Danielson brought it to WWE, Moxley embraced it in AEW, even Orange Cassidy took a chop from Shibata like a champ. A few examples of Strong Style wrestling moves are a Shining Wizard, a GTS, the Rainmaker, Death Rider, a Dragon Screw, V-Trigger, Stormbreaker, the Tiger Driver 91, Shibata's Headbutt, Suzuki Slap. The essentials for Strong Style are strike exchanges, forearm battles until someone drops, an MMA influence, realistic grappling, and transitions. It's not just a style, it's a philosophy. If you're not hurting, you're not trying. And sometimes, it's about more than wrestling. It's about surviving. The numbers are back. Now what makes Strong Style the way it is? 90% striking, 80% realism, and 100% pain tolerance. Now for number 2, we're getting violent with hardcore wrestling, where chairs, barbed wire, and thumbtacks are just part of the game. Promotions like ECW, CZW, and GCW turned wrestling into no-rules warfare. This style isn't for the faint of heart. It's blood, guts, and pure chaos, pioneered by legends like Mick Foley, Terry Funk, and Sabu, and modern madmen like Nick Gage. Once upon a time, wrestling was fake fights with real consequences. Then came the 70s, and guys like Terry Funk and Bruiser Brody said, "What if we just actually hit each other? But let's not have any rules, so anything goes." Hardcore wrestling was first acknowledged as a major wrestling style in Japan. The promotion Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling, founded in 1989, is often credited with pioneering this style in Japan, showcasing matches with barbed wires, explosives, and other dangerous implements, helping with the boom of hardcore wrestling in general. Then came ECW, the little promotion that could. Paul Heyman took hardcore to the next level and made it more mainstream. Barbed wire, flaming tables, and a guy named New Jack who probably shouldn't have been allowed in public. ECW wasn't just a company, it was a cult, and its followers, oh, they worshipped violence. Yeah, let's just say ECW's lawyers worked overtime. When WWE saw ECW's ratings, they went full hold my beer. Suddenly, Mankind was getting thrown off cages, people were getting put through tables, and every other match needed at least one trip to the ER. This was the Attitude Era, where hardcore meant, please try not to die. But while WWE went PG, the Underground said, nah, we're good. Enter deathmatch wrestling, where the weapons include light tubes, more light tubes, and look at that, even more light tubes. Promotions like CZW and GCW turned violence into performance art, assuming the artist was a criminally insane stuntman. And you thought stepping on a Lego was bad. Today, hardcore wrestling isn't just about blood, it's about pushing limits. AEW blends it with storytelling, indies use it for shock value, and guys like Jon Moxley treat it like a badge of honor. Love it or hate it, hardcore proves one thing. Some people like it when wrestling isn't safe. So for the examples of hardcore moves, they're kind of just normal moves with weapons involved, but I will give a little list of a few. A chair shot. A table spot. Barbed wire strikes. Kendo stick beatdowns. Thumbtack bumps. Power bombs onto light tubes. Pizza cutters to the forehead. They can even turn submissions into hardcore. The essentials for hardcore are no mercy or no DQs. Weapons are encouraged. Bleeding is pretty much mandatory. And crowd participation is highly encouraged, with fans sometimes throwing weapons in the ring for the opponents to use. And let's be real, I'm sure some of you wouldn't have it any other way. Now the percentages are in. What makes hardcore wrestling what it is? It's 90% creativity, 100% violence, and 100% danger. Now that's extreme. And finally, at number 1, we have technical wrestling, the chess match of pro wrestling. This is all about submissions, counters, and flawless execution, with roots in old school NWA and British grappling. Wrestlers like Bret Hart, Zack Sabre Jr., and Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, treat the ring like a science lab. Every move has a purpose, and one mistake can end the match. If you love pure wrestling, this style is for you. In the late 1800s, wrestling wasn't all about entertainment. It was a real competitive sport. This was catch wrestling. The goal was to pin and force an opponent to surrender, using almost any hold. This was a no-nonsense, submission-heavy grappling style. These guys weren't just athletes. They were human Rubik's Cubes, with bad tempers. The shift from catch wrestling to technical wrestling and professional wrestling was developed in shoot-style matches in Japan in around the 1970s to 1980s. Then came the Hart family, wrestling's answer to the Mozarts of the mat. Bret didn't just do moves, he choreographed suffering. Every wrist lock, every headlock, every sigh was calculated. The sharpshooter, a masterclass in agony. This wasn't wrestling. This was chess with collarbones. Today's technicians? Oh, they've evolved. Bryan Danielson turned, I'm gonna stomp your face, into art. Zack Sabre Jr. treats limbs like IKEA instructions. And Jonathan Gresham? He's out here proving you don't only need flips if you can disassemble a man. Ah yes, violence with class. And here are a few examples of technical wrestling moves. The sharpshooter. The figure 4 leg lock. The crossface. The ankle lock. Calf crusher. The Tasmission. A small package. And a bridging German suplex. Technical wrestling is all about chain sequences. The best technicians make it look like a real fight. It's not just about holds. It's about psychology. A headlock isn't just a headlock, it's a statement. A submission isn't just pain, it's storytelling. And when done right, it can even make people like you and me shed a tear. Now, what is it that makes technical wrestling? Well, it's 85% psychology, 90% finesse, and 100% technique. Oh my gosh, you made it through the whole video? Well, good on you. Thank you so much for watching the whole thing. It means a lot to me. What's your favorite style of wrestling? If you want to know mine, I'll make a tier list one day here soon, and I'll go and I'll rank all the styles of wrestling from my opinion, okay? So yes, I can be wrong from your opinion, but legally, neither of us are wrong or right, so it's just an opinion. Regardless, I enjoyed making this video, so thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. Let me know if you've ever had soggy Cheetos in the comments because they're gross. Yuck. Don't put them in the wet bowl that you just cleaned. Because when you get to that last Cheeto and you were saving the cheesiest one and you thought it was clear and you put it in your mouth and that texture and it's cold. And I hope you haven't. Just if you have, let me know. That's what I'm telling you to leave in the comments today. Thank you so much for watching. You stay clean and have a good one. Hey guys, this is VoiceOver Zoe, 2 months after I filmed that because this video has taken me a lot longer to edit than I expected. To give you an update, I just got a new job and they're 12-hour shifts and it's very draining on me. So being able to hop on here and edit as frequently as I'd like to isn't as realistic as it used to be. But I'm planning on doing Raw and SmackDown reviews here soon, something I can do quicker and more consistent. But yeah, we'll see how that goes to plan. Hopefully I'm able to get that sorted out and figure out a nice structure for that. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the subscribers. Oh my gosh, 250 subscribers? I cannot believe that. I'm just here to let my wrestling passion out, and it's awesome that you guys want to join me with that, so thank you guys so much. I like to hear everybody's opinions, so let me know. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. Adios.